John Fox on top of Johnny West. I'm having a witness adventure. This is the witness. I'm underneath the windmill. There's the cinema just there. Here is a puzzle I've not solved, obviously. I thought this was going to point to the Sun Temple, but it doesn't. So what I'm going to do is when I back out this windmill, I'm going to try and do it while facing this direction, which may not be possible. We'll see. That might be stupid, but we'll see. I'll also hold down the run button. I just want to make sure I haven't changed direction. I think I'm going quite well. There we go. Just right. So it is pointing in this direction here. So yes, on the last episode, I only solved one puzzle. But it was a very difficult puzzle, and all the puzzles right now available to me are very difficult. It is pointing at the Sand Temple. Okay, I'm just going to take a little trip down the Sand Temple quickly. I'm going to go to the mountain, but I want to check out the Sand Temple first. Yeah, I thought that would take you to it. But yes, if you watched the last episode, you would have known that around here, I found myself another one of those pieces of paper with the answer to the puzzle on. It looked a bit like this. No, it didn't. It looked like lots of hexagons. And I had an old professor in black and white sort of talk, lecture. And I kept going, oh, I know this guy. Oh, if he's the guy I think he is, he's the guy. Oh, yeah. Oh, no, I know him. And I racked my brains between the episodes. I do know him. Because he's ridiculously famous. It's Richard Feynman. And I should have known him. For one, because he's very, very famous. And what I was saying on the last episode was true. You can get all his lectures online. I mean, you probably could anyway because of YouTube. But they're like, I think Google or have like a particular place they're actually keeping them. In the same way, I guess, that certain books you can find online as well. Like legally, I mean. How interesting. That's not the same, is it? Because no. Well then. Isn't that interesting? Alright, let's go back up. Yes! But Richard Feynman is the guy who we saw in the last episode. But the other reason I should have known about him is because recently, over the last month and a half, last 6 weeks I'd say, I'm not 100% sure. I could check before Christmas. So let's say 6 weeks. I've been working on a game, a card game. It'll probably never see the light of day, but it's a little hobby of mine. It's about time travel, and of course I had to write loads of cards, as it's a card game. I'm not going to explain the rules because it'll take a while. I'm going to be honest, but basically one of the cards in the game. Is the Feynman. Basically, there are. I don't really want to explain the game in another game because nobody cares. But you have to create hypothetical equipment. So sentences string together like the stupid jargon in Star Trek. So you get a deep space hypothetical laser beam thing. Let me think of an actual example. An inverse tachyon beam. Right, so you string together sentences like that, but you could have the Feynman inverse tachyon beam, and that. There's loads of names in there like that. Don't worry, I won't talk about that again. It was just sort of an interesting curiosity because I was like, oh, he's right there. To be fair, when I chose the names, I just wanted notable scientists and mathematicians, stuff like that, people who would have theories and inventions that. If you messed around with time travel, maybe somebody could have made something, and so on. And so I didn't have his face in mind when I wrote his name down. But I've seen some of those lectures before. Very interesting. And I should have realised it was him. And it's sort of embarrassing that I didn't. Anyway. Yeah, I don't want to... I am making the videos about... the game I'm making, but I keep them hidden because they're not really. They're more. It's more of a diary. I'm very happy with it at the moment. Now, you may have noticed other writing on that card. It's because you play the cards as well. They're either played as a hand and it's a sentence, or you play the card by itself and it affects the game in a certain way. You probably don't care. Well, it's something to talk about while I get here. Yes, I could have just started the video in here, but I didn't, because I wanted to talk about my game. How selfish of me. And all I can see is that my t-shirt looks silly. I shouldn't care. I shouldn't care. I do though. It's the problem with a t-shirt that says R. It's like, because it's that material, if it bends like that, it's really noticeable. Shouldn't call attention to it though, should I? Oh yeah, they're all done. Oh, I wanted to check out something. 431 solved. I think there are 700 puzzles, but that involves all the glyphs as well, so I can't have that many left. Well, they're saying that in the last hours and a half, I solved one puzzle. I'm almost there. And then I have to solve one of the puzzles I couldn't on the last episode. To be fair, I spent ages on that wall. They're supposed to be difficult puzzles, right, though? Still don't understand what the triangles do. I need to know by the end of the game. The last puzzle in the game will have triangles in, and I'll be like, no! Why didn't I learn what the triangles did? Let's have a look. What's that? Oh, is that one of the places? What is that? They're crates. They're crates. Okay. Like, because all those panels are kept in crates. This was a hard puzzle as well. I mean, they're all going to be hard. That's sort of the point. And that, if I wanted to, there's new puzzles. Oh, fine. Sorry, that was shouldn't have made that noise. It was a weird noise. I had an idea. It's not a very good idea, but it's still an idea. It was actually a terrible idea. What a rubbish idea, John. It has... It has to go left. And it has to do this. And it has to do that. Because otherwise... No, hang on. Right, new idea. That was a bit stupid anyway, wasn't it? What I'm doing is I'm leaving... I have a picture of it, but it's not helping. Right, is there a secret starting point? Because these don't seem to be helping me. Let's ignore that. Let's say I go down, then up, and down. No. How do I consistently hit all the things I need to hit? As soon as I start doing this, I start leaving a place. There's always a thing left behind. Lots of them, because of these bloody corners. I didn't have anywhere near this much problem with these ones. That was really simple. That side, this puzzle here, it's really simple compared to this one. That start looks nice actually, but as soon as you do this, as soon as you do something like that, it just cuts off those corners, and I just don't get how you're supposed to not have them cut off. We know no, we don't. So maybe even that cuts off something. That's quite a good one, right? That's the same problem I get every time, apart from I couldn't even get to the end of this one. Right, there's a gimmick. Something I'm not seeing. What is it? No, it can't be. Alright, I've got a new idea. Right, I was going for the ones on the lines. Right, what if I assume the ones on the lines don't exist? It's an idea. Probably a very silly one. No, it doesn't matter. This is going to have the same problem, isn't it? It's not making any sense to me. Alright. Maybe the dots are these pillars? But it's completely random. Like, it's one of these puzzles. And all the rest of them were relatively easy. And this one's rock hard. Made out of waves. This one genuinely does not seem possible, and I'm really confused. What am I not seeing? What am I doing wrong? I don't want to spend all video being stuck on this one puzzle again. Let's drink some tea. What would Richard Feynman do? I don't know, probably not piss about playing games all day. Probably. My brother's done this puzzle, that means I have to be able to do it. If it was, well, it can't be flat. That's the gimmick of these puzzles. They're not flat. They're cylindrical. They're now a three-dimensional shape. Sorry, game crashed. What? Let's see if I can escape the confines of this room. No. Just testing out myself with easier puzzles. Come on. Damn. Makes you face forwards as well. Oh, whatever. Give me insight. I need something. Give me anything. Cheeky game. Like, that's literally not possible. Right, maybe I'll get... Maybe it'll help somehow. I'm gonna solve this puzzle. Maybe this is what it's trying to teach me, that some of them are literally impossible. Bastard. Alright, I'm thinking... Alright. Maybe some of the dots don't appear underneath. Alright, let's think about this even more. It gives me 3 starting positions. It doesn't seem to make any difference. Because I think if I want this, it's fine. But as soon as I start going down, I start creating these unobtainable ones. But none of these had gimmicks. Look how easy that one was. Let's pair them up. Easy, easy, easy. Look how easy this was. I can't even see what I had to do for that one. Was that nothing? Did I have to do... No. Easy. You can't even get it wrong. They're all easy. So why is that one really difficult? Why am I struggling so much? If I go up, I have to go right. And if I go right, it means I cannot get that bottom one. Unless I do this. If I do this, I can't get the one above. If I do this, I cannot get the one below. There is no way to do this puzzle from starting from this position. Right, let's do that again. So if I go here, the only way to get there is to trap myself. If I go here, the only way to get back is to trap myself down the bottom there. What if I do this? Well, now, the only way to get that is to trap myself. So what if I start the other side? If I go there, there, I've done it again. I've trapped myself. If I try and go off course or be clever, I'll trap myself. So what if I do something like this? Something weird. I'm missing the entire bottom side. This isn't just me, right? This is... I'm not missing something really stupid and obvious, am I? Like you take it off her and you go, "Oh, you stop making the puzzle hard. I'll click your face. I will." Like, I'm not missing anything, am I? There's a lift on the water. These are all pillars. I don't know what the pillars mean. It's almost as if I'm in a puzzle, isn't it? So what would that help me? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
In any case, our 3 days old infant cannot be very confident of any interpretation it puts on a universe which it only discovered a minute or two ago. We have said it has 70 years of life before it, but in truth, its expectation of life would seem to be nearer to 70,000 years. Maybe puzzled, distressed, and often irritated at the apparent meaninglessness and incomprehensibility of the world to which it has suddenly wakened up. But it is still very young. Might travel half the world over before finding another baby as young and inexperienced as itself. It has before it time enough and to spare in which it may understand everything. Sooner or later, the pieces of the puzzle must begin to fit together. Although, it may reasonably be doubted whether the whole picture can ever be comprehensible to one small and apparently quite insignificant part of the picture. James Jeans, 1928.
Oh, I get it. I get a consistent theme running through the game. But I expect that does not mean the game is suddenly uncompletable. I think more likely that I'm an idiot. Still, I found a puzzle. Just need to find a way to get there. Hmm. This looks like a corridor, doesn't it? Oh, I long for a puzzle that's solvable. No insight there. Was this a puzzle originally? Right, I've got an idea. That's not a very good idea then. I was thinking that maybe the puzzles can run off each other. But no. I'm going to have a look back up. See if there's anything I missed in the mountain. Because at the moment, as far as I can tell, that's not a doable puzzle. Which confuses me because I feel like they wouldn't just do that. Let's look around. Make sure I've seen everything. Right. That panel solved. There are two puzzles there. Oh, I remember when this was the most of my problems. Not seeing anything. Right. Now let's continue just in case. Backwards. See if there's anything that will bring me hope. Some reason to continue. Now let's carry on. Of course it's through. I think I might take a small break I don't want another video where nothing happens. Also, I'm running out of things to say, so... Because I just need to solve it. That's the problem. And I'm not seeing anything that's going to help me. Help me, sir. Stuck on puzzles. Will you help me? Guy with glasses. No. Oh, damn. Right. I'm going to teleport to the bottom. I'll be right back, though. You won't notice the time passing. I will. Right. So, I paused the recording for a while to figure this out off screen, which is something I said I wouldn't do. Although I think I tried it once really early on. I think in like the second video I tried it, mainly because I was like, oh, I want to go back to the game. But this one, no, I spent a while. And I'll tell you how I figured it out as well. Well, the first thing I did was I went online to see if anyone was stuck on this puzzle as well. I didn't want to see any solutions because that kind of ruins it. But I wanted to see if there were other people who got stuck. And there were like two other people. Which made me think, okay, it's something that my brain's done this. Everyone else has found this easy. And my brain's somehow gone, nope. So I was like, alright, it's fine. Draw it flat. So I drew it flat perfectly. And I do that several times because you're like, no, I need to see it properly. And I was like, right. And I said this before. That, anything that links to there has to have that line. So, so you can sort of see, you can see here, that has to be there, same as there, same as there, not necessarily there, and so not necessarily there, but there has to be, there has to be, and there has to be. So that's the first thing I drew, and obviously when you do that, you end up with a diagonal line through and two missing dots, which I did several times. But the thing you can't do with these puzzles that you can with a whiteboard is subtly move the lines. You rub out a red and you draw it somewhere else and you flex the puzzle. Like I did this with loads of puzzles, to be honest. But you can sort of do it mentally when they're flat. When you're missing half the puzzle at any time, it's harder. And the thing is, when I draw this out, if this is correct, I'm fairly sure. Still don't get why that exists, just to confuse you, because it couldn't possibly be going, well, it can't go out this side, to be honest, but they could have done that there and tricked you. But anyway, so if this is correct, 1, 2, like this, no, that's obviously wrong, so like that. And then you can go back. And you can sort of see already how something like that would make sense, right? It's just simple. No, I don't think this is right. This isn't right. What have I done? Alright, don't worry, I've been stupid. It's kind of funny what I did there. Yeah, this is the important thing. At some point, you go, oh, let's swap them and see if that works, and that's where, there we go. And now it's obvious. Now it's obvious what I've got to do. And it's actually really pretty. Like, it's symmetrical. Like, now it seems really obvious. Right, and this, I'm just going to do this straight away. Watch this. I don't know the solution. No, I'm doing it straight away. What's special about this one? I mean, it looks really easy. Maybe it is really easy. The hell? That was a piece of piss. Like, that one as well. This one. I mean, there was a clear logic to this one. It's just because, yeah, That diagonal line in the middle is what you don't want. You want to go up and... yeah. You saw what I did. Well, if you want a clearer picture, it's that. And you can actually see... You can see where I've rubbed out and redrawn the lines and rubbed out and redrawn the lines. And obviously, as soon as you draw that bit and then you start going diagonally, it'll click. Sorry. So yeah. I'm not proud that I had to go off screen for that one, but I'm relieved that I've finally got it done. How do I get this? Oh. Ooh. Oh no, it's symmetrical, yeah. I thought it was going to go all great glass elevator on me and go around the island. Oh, well that's lovely. But still might. Ooh!
A star at dawn.
Oh my word! It is going great glass elevator on me. Well, at least I was stuck on what was basically the final puzzle. Now, I assume there's more than one ending to this, maybe? I think I... Oh, this... No, I got the achievement, didn't I? At Endgame. Is this the end? Because I've not done all the puzzles. Oh. Ooh. What's going on? This is a start dawn. And I can't really turn very much.
A bubble.
A bubble in a stream.
In a stream.
Bubble in a stream. I made myself a cup of tea as well. Right, I'm not even in the elevator anymore. Just floating about. Now I am missing some puzzles, I know, because the cinema...
A flash of lightning in a summer cloud.
A flash of lightning in a summer cloud.
Yes. I tried the button. You can't score on this screen. This isn't the end, because every time... This... Is it? Because when... I start when asking people about the numbers, they say, oh, I've done 400 puzzles. But then it became 405. And I don't know what that means. Maybe it means the cinema screens. I was told I'll know. Ooh, it's closing. Maybe I don't want to do that cinema screen just yet then. I mean, I won't forget the answer to that.
A flickering lamp.
Hello, lady. Ooh, all the puzzles are closing. The laser's turned off. I worked so hard to do all this. That laser going to turn off as well. That one's fine. Oh, trees. Right. There we go. It's one of the earliest ones. This is where we started. This is going to say, start again! You didn't do good enough. I want you to do them all.
A phantom.
A phantom.
Phantom.
Fanta.
Phantom.
It is putting me back at the start of the game, isn't it? Okay.
And a dream.
And a dream.
And a dream.
Hello, I'm John Proxy on the channel John on the West, and I'm about to begin a Witness adventure. This is The Witness by Jonathan Blow. You might know Jonathan Blow. He made Braid a few years back, yes, been hearing quite a lot about this game. Thought it was very interesting. I've looked at videos online, and apparently it's about these panels. So you just sort of click on them like this. But of course, you already know that, don't you?